Hello everyone, welcome to another retro edition of the Price is Right Pricing Game Recap, starring me, Mr. Horgan.
And me, BenMasonTelevision. Well, this is it, the final retro recap for the final Primetime Special, The Price is Right from 1986.
Original air date, September 18th.
Exactly.
Pricing games played on that night were the following: Super Ball, Money Game, Danger Price, Linko, One Away, and Clock Game.
Okie dokie. For the first game, you know what to do right now, so do it.
Gail from Indianapolis, Indiana was the first contestant on stage. She played Super Ball for a Hawkeye Hialeah portable therapeutic spa modeled by the juicy Janice Pennington, a Yamaha Motor Corporation Sun Classic golf cart modeled by the dazzling Diane Parkinson, and a trip to Switzerland via TWA for a 6-night stay, a modified American plan, at Hotel Zurich, modeled by the happy Holly Hallstrom, a Super Bowl prize package worth $13,102. Now, for ball number one, the prize that Janice brought out on the turntable was a Uniden cordless extendophone. Gail believed that it was $220 and not $315. Janice revealed the price to be $220. She got that right, so she won ball number one and that prize. Next, Diane brought out on the turntable a True Value Hardware Store's hardwood brand 3-piece cutlery set. Gail believed it was $30 and not $16. And Diane revealed the price to be $30. She won ball number two and that prize. And finally, Holly on the turntable brought out a Polaroid Spectra System camera. Gail believed it was $225 and not $291. And Holly revealed the price to be $225. A very familiar price and prize, I might add. So she won ball number three as well, and that prize. Alright, now for the practice throws. In Bob's practice throw, he almost got it into the win circle, but he just needed a little more pizzazz. For Gail's practice throw, well, when she threw it, Bob said that she was weaker than he, so no good, really. But that was just a practice. Now for the real thing. Alright, ball number one for the spa. Gail rolled the ball, and it landed in $50. But she put a little too much force into it. And Bob said she kind of overcorrected herself. Alright, for ball number two for the golf cart, she rolled the ball, and that landed in $50 again. Now Bob told Gail that he believed that she was mad, but she was doing worse as well. Well, let's see how she did with ball number three for the trip to Switzerland. Alright, when she rolled the ball, it went into the win circle!
Get out your passport, my friend.
So, she did win the trip to Switzerland. But now, as we all know, the Super Bowl now comes into play. And on the turntable, Janice brought out a Presto Popcorn Now Plus Hot Air Popper. Gail believed it was $26 and not $14. And Janice revealed the price to be $26! She won the Super Bowl. So now, as we know, if the Super Bowl lands in the $50 circle or the $100 circle, she'll win 3 times as much. But if she gets in the win circle, she's going to win the spa and the golf carts go along with that trip to Switzerland.
And the money she's already got so far.
Well, let's see how she did. When she rolled the Super Bowl, it went into $50. So she won 3 times as much for a total of $150, plus the $100 she got earlier for a total of $250. But she did win the trip to Switzerland, and she also won the small prizes that totaled $501. So, Ben Mason Television, would we consider this a consolation win?
Yeah, consider it a consolation win. Do it.
All right.
Not a bad one, too.
No, not a bad one at all. She won the trip to Switzerland. That's very nice. Okay, Ben Mason Television, I now go over to you for pricing game number 2.
You said it, pal. All right, Russell from Johnson City, New York, who watches The Price is Right every day, as most of you at home should, played the money game. And guess what he played it for? A Pontiac Fiero that comes with California emissions. That's it. It was modeled by Janet. Now, you know, this is a 4-digit car. First 2 numbers, last 2 numbers. There you go. Russell chose 97 first of all. First, and guess what we find there? $sign. Next he chose 94. What do we find there?
Play it again.
There we go. Yeah, $sign. So Russell's up to $191. This is good. But still, it's early on. We can still go on here. Next, he went with 99. Gretzky. No, not Gretzky. Well, you know what I mean. Guess what we find? The front of the car. Very good. We're halfway home now. $9,900 car. Almost $10,000 we're playing for here. Russell chose 05 El Cheapo to the Price is Right audience, as most of you know. And behind that is a $sign. Russell, not this time, El Cheapo. Russell's got $196, but this is crunch time now for his final pick. Russell chose 40. Behind 40, we find a $sign. So Russell wins $236. Now, what was the last 2 numbers in the price of the car? Was it 12? No. How about 51? No. Maybe 23? No. I'll bet you $1 bazillion that the last 2 numbers are 68. And you know what? It was 68. That was a $9,968 car at stake here. But Russell got himself $236. That's going to be a consolation win, Mr. Horgan. Okay, Mr. Horgan, lay on me for pricing game number 3. Go for it.
All right. Donna played Danger Price for an Emerson 25-inch stereo color TV with 139-channel cable TV capability, a Hammer of California Georgian style love seat imported from Europe. Both the TV and the love seat were modeled by Janice, a high-speed William Electronics pinball machine, and a KitchenAid additional quality portable dishwasher. Both the pinball machine and the dishwasher were modeled by Diane. Donna had to avoid the danger price of $980. She first chose the dishwasher, and the price of that was $630. Next, she chose the colored TV. To be honest with you, I did not feel good on that choice. And the price of that was the danger price of $980.
Oh, my Lord. Wow, man.
The love seat was $1,620, and the pinball machine was $2,499. All right, Ben Mason Television, it's time for more with pricing game number 4.
For the $199 pinball machine. Yeah, right. All right. The 4th contestant was Emma from Tallahassee. That's in Florida. And you know what? She said hello to her family and friends who are living in different cities on the east coast of your nation, America. Yeah. She went on for a minute and a half. But anyway, let's get to the business at hand. Anyway, Emma's gonna play Plinko. For a chance to win up to $25,000 in cash. Alright, let's do it. Emma gets one Plinko chip for free, and she's going to win up to 4 more and 4 prizes to go with them. Now, the first prize is Zip Guard Wood Finish and Zip Strip Non-Flammable Paint Remover, marked at $93. That's not the right price. Emma said that the 3 was correct and not the 9. The 3 is the last number and the 9 not the first number. It was 3. The price is $53. That's 1 chip for Emma. And next up is West Bend's Freestyle Electric Iron, a cordless iron with automatic shutoff and touch control panel. Very familiar price. It's marked at $76, and Emma chose 6. And you want to know something? Yep, she's right again. It's $86. I knew that. Alright, that's another chip for her. The third prize is get this, it's a Wiser Bolt Door Lock. Now, Rod had to describe this prize twice because of the audience loudness, or is it Emma's hearing loss? I don't know. Anyway, it's not $84. Emma chose the 4. She wins again. $44 is what that's worth. 3 chips for her. 1 to go. The last prize is a Daisy Crockpot. That's all I'm going to say about it because I can't even describe it. $68 is the wrong price. Emma chose the 8 as the last number and not 6 being the first number. That's not it. It's $63. You know what Emma said? She wanted to get all of them. You know what? So does the rest of the country. Oh, and Canada too. I think we got it up here in Canada. I think. Anyway, oh, I forgot to mention that Janice modeled these 4 small prizes. Alright. So, Emma did win 3 chips. Diane brought them to her to go with the one that she already has. It's 4 chips total. Emma can get up to $20,000 right here. Now, let's get to it. $5,000 slot in the middle. You know the rest. Emma's first Plinko chip. She dropped it, and it landed in $500. Good start for her. For chip number 2, Emma dropped that one into 0. Yeah. Alright, now for the third chip. The third chip that Emma dropped landed in $1,000. That's $1,500 for her, and we got 1 chip to go. For the final chip. Emma dropped it, and it got stuck at the top at first, so she did a free do-over right there. Emma dropped it this time, and it landed in $0. But Emma's won $1,500 more than she came in with. So, and Emma's also got those 3 small prizes totaling $183 for a grand total of $1,683. That's a consolation win, buddy. Okay, Mr. Horgan, you're live for pricing game number 5. Hit me with it.
Beatrice played 1 away for a Chrysler LeBaron Town & Country 4-door wagon modeled by Diane. If Beatrice won that wagon, she'd also get a supply of Clear Guard Protectant from Turtle Wax modeled by Janice.
Turtle Wax, yeah. You gotta love that.
Very famous V-plug back in the day. $23,737 was not the price of this Chrysler LeBaron Town & Country 4-door wagon. Bob pointed out that this was a 5-digit price car that Beatrice was playing for.
Hey, it's prime time. You expect big prizes like this.
Exactly. Alright, Beatrice chose the 2 to be a 1 and not a 3, the 3 to be a 4 and not a 2, the 7 to be a 6 and not an 8, the 3 to be a 2 and not a 4, and the 7 to be an 8 and not a 6. So she made the price $14,628. Now, when Beatrice asked the gentleman if she had at least 1 number right, she did have at least 1 number right. Now, when she asked the gentleman if she had at least 2 numbers right, she had only 1 number right.
Oh my Lord!
Now, she had 4 numbers to change. What were the 4 numbers she changed, you ask?
You know what? I'm going to guess it's the last 4 digits.
You couldn't be more right, Ben Mason Television. She left that one alone, which I believe was a smart choice, making the new price $12,846. And you know something? I'm not going to waste my breath anymore. She won the car!
Yeah!
Plus the clear guard protectant from Turtle Wax to make that wagon nice and clean and shiny. Alright, Ben Mason Television, as we continue to have a blast, please tell us about the pricing game that was played. Blast!
Alright, this is a big one. Tracy was the very last contestant on the Price is Right 1986 Primetime Special. So sad, isn't it?
Yep.
Anyway, she played the clock game for these 2 prizes. First up, an energy savings half-inch gas range. I'm not going to waste my breath talking about it. And the second prize is a Cofabco dinette set. Let me say that again. A Cofabco dinette set. I'll spell that for you. K-O-F-A-B-C-O. Cofabco. It's a real company. Look it up. They're both modeled by Diane. Now, this is the same clock game that we've all known and loved. And Tracy has a chance to win both of those prizes. And if she does that in 30 seconds, Bob will give her a chance to win $5,000 cash since we're doing this in prime time. We'll talk more about that if we get to it. Let's do it. For the range, Tracy gave the following bids. $600 higher, $700 higher, $800 lower, $725 higher, $780 higher, $785 higher, $790 higher, $795 higher, $798 higher, $799. She got it! Tracy's got a $799 gas range. And she got it in 11 seconds and has 19 seconds left to win that dinette. And let's not forget about that chance of that potential $5,000 cash bonus that we talked about, Mr. Horgan.
Right.
So let's do it. Tracy gave the following bids for the dinette. $895 higher, $900 higher, $1,000 lower, $990 lower, $960 higher, $970 higher, $975 lower, $972 higher, $975 lower, $974. Tracy's got it. All right. $974 is the price of that dinette. $974. You got them both with 5 seconds left on that clock. Now, Tracy has a chance to win $5,000. Here's how it goes. Bob's got 4 envelopes with money inside each of them. Inside one of them, we have $1,000. Inside another one, there's $2,000. There's $3,000 in another one. And in that fourth one, we have $5,000. I almost said $4,000. Anyway, all Tracy has to do is pick an envelope. That's what she'll win on top of those 2 prizes. And inside the envelope that Tracy picked, there was $1,000 in cash. So that's what she wins, $1,000. Tracy's won a grand total of $2,773. Not a bad way to close out the pricing game for the 1986 Primetime Series, eh?
No, not bad at all. Very good playing of the clock game there. Okay, so on this last Primetime Special from 1986, the wins were in the following pricing games. They were in One Away and Clock Game. Those were won in its entirety. We also gave away, let's see, the small prizes in Super Bowl won by Gail. She also won the trip to Switzerland. Plus, she won herself $250. Russell won $236 in money game, so that's so far a total of $486 we gave away in cash. But there was more cash given away, as I will get to in a little bit. Emma won herself $1,500 in Plinko. So that is $1,986 in cash giveaway, plus she won those 3 small prizes she won with the chip she got.
1,986. That's a very familiar number, if you ask me.
Yeah, the year of these Primetime Specials. Yep. And finally,
$1,000 in clock game.
$1,000 in clock game won by Tracy. But hold on, Tracy
coming up next.
She did not just win $1,000 in clock game. In the second showcase showdown, Tracy got $1 for $1,000, and then in her bonus spin, she got herself $5,000 for a total of $6,000. So she really won $7,000 in cash for herself. 1,000 in clock game plus 6,000 in the second showcase showdown. So if you have $7,000 plus $1,986, you get $8,986 in cash given away on the last Primetime Special of 1986.
All right.
So let me run down who gets what. Contestant recognition? Well, that belongs to the following contestants. Gail for her small Super Bowl win. Money Game for his small, Russell for Money Game in the small win, and the showcase, which I will get to in a minute. Emma for Plinko, and yeah, the MVPs of The Price is Right are Beatrice and Tracy for their big pricing game win. Now, Russell won his showcase. The theme of that was ways to catch a man. And here's what was in that showcase. A Georgian of Beverly Hills fragrant collection, not model as it came down from the ceiling. A trip to Paris, France via TWA for a 6-night stay, a modified American plan, at the PLM Hotel St. Jacques, modeled by Janice. A Joran hot pink chiffon gown in silver and crystal beads, worn by Diane. Looks very lovely. A high-quality stereo component system modeled by Holly, and an Eliminator Custom Boats 20-foot Scorpion ski boat with trailer modeled by Janice. Russell bid $21,500 on his showcase. The actual retail price, $32,925, for a difference of $11,425. Well, he was a little bit off, but he won it nonetheless. Russell's total winnings in cash and prizes was $34,485. And just for the heck of it, I just want to mention that Tracy bid on her showcase involving ways to catch a woman that had an Aphrodite 10-pound box of gourmet chocolates modeled by Holly, a trip to Hawaii via Western Airlines for a 7-day American Hawaii cruises modeled by Janice, a McCallion & Sons 14-karat yellow gold bracelet. Wasn't really sure who was modeling that. A Schaefer & Sons baby grand piano that was modeled by Janice. And finally, a Chevrolet Corvette convertible modeled by Diane.
Wow!
Looks very nice. Tracy bid $38,000. Actual retail price was $51,589. For a difference of $13,589. You know what? Tracy still had a great night for herself. She won $6,000 in Showcase Showdown number 2, plus her winnings in clock game. So, something to sneeze at there. Okay. Promotional consideration for this retro edition of the Price is Right Pricing and Recap is provided by Dutch Boy one-coat interior latex Walnut primer. Dutch Boy. He works hard for your money.
So does Donna Summer. But anyway, you know, it's a funny coincidence that Yeah, those two. That man got a Ways to Catch a Man showcase, and the woman got the Ways to Catch a Woman showcase. What a coincidence. Yeah.
Very, very interesting coincidence.
Yeah, Tracy got the woman showcase, and let's see, and
Russell got the man.
All right. Why don't you tell you about the upcoming retro recap? All right.
Go for it.
All right. I got a long list here, so bear with me. January 4th, 1990. January 16th, 1992. January 3rd, 1983. November 1st, 1983. October 15th, 1985. I'm not done yet. November 19th, 1986. March 27th, 1987. You know what's coming up there. November 14th, 77. It's exclusive. October 15th, 1998. February 1st, 93. June 18th, 93. March 12th, 1986. And it's a daytime show. Trust me on that. January 26th, 1996. January 17th, 2000. April 18th, 2000. April 20th, 1982. Is the camera still rolling, Mr. Horgan?
Yes, sir.
All right. Just making sure. We've had a few problems in the past. November 8th, 1993. March 16th, 81. December 6th, 1984. May 28th, 74. September 8th, 72. September 28th, 1972. September 15th, 1972. March 11th, 1976. I'm not finished. February 12th, 1981. April 21st, 2000. September 14th, 1977. March 4th, 1993. September 10th, 1990. October 19th, 1982. October 25th, 19... And I got three more that I just request. The first, October 19th, 1982. That's the first of four that I just requested just today. The other three are October 25th, 1977, April 17th, 2007, and October 22nd, 2001. All right, let's take a look at the others. And, of course, we're still waiting for October 28th in 87, December 1st, 1992, and October 29th, 1985. Let me catch my breath, Mr. Horgan.
And I'd just like to point out that there's another requested retro recap that I believe YouTube user Crocodile Troy, I think that's his name, sent to me in a private message. He would like the June 17th, 1974 episode of The Price is Right to be recapped by me. I haven't found it on YouTube.
I'll leave it up to you there.
I'll still try to find that for him. But anyway, Ben Mason Television, it was great to have you join me once again. I look forward to having you on again real soon.
Oh, you know I'll be here.
Alright, time to say goodbye. For The Price is Right Pricing Game Recap, I am Mr. Horgan from the Garden State of New Jersey.
And I'm Ben Mason Television from the province of New Brunswick. I don't even know what the nickname is yet. Alright, get your pet spayed and neutered. That's all I have to say. We'll see you real soon, everyone.
Take care, everybody.